Hello doctor and my fellow friends. I hope you are well and healthy. My name is Qahhar bin Muhammad Shafie. I would like to present on how the concept of complexity and sustainable growth can be related with social connection and happiness. First and foremost, we must know what does a complexity mean. Complexity is a concept for urban planning and urban design that emphasizes a relatively high residential density with a variety of land uses. The city are constructed on an efficient public transportation system and features on urban design that encourage walking, cycling, low energy use and less pollution. Now, there are 5 main characteristics for a compact city. The first is urban density, self-sustaining, pedestrian design, green space, and proximity. Now, what does urban density mean? It refers to how many people live in a square mile of land. It must be high enough to keep residents close to communities amenities but low enough to allow resident access to green spaces, reasonable privacy and acceptable views. Now, next is self-sustaining. Self-sustaining means that the city has everything that a person needs within the community, which include stores, employers, a post office, service providers, energy generation, waste disposal, processing, and a small-scale agriculture production. Next, the compact city also must have a pedestrian design. The compact city layout and feature must support pedestrian traffic as to facilitate the flow of foot and bike traffic throughout the communities, such as pathway and sidewalks. Next up is green space. Green space is areas of nature found in the landscaping of communities, including grassy patches, flower beds, tree, rock garden, and water features. Green space is important in compact city design as they enhance the aesthetic of the communities. It also helps to control storm runoff and they help to remove the carbon dioxide and other toxins from the air. And the final characteristic is proximity. It refers to how close a community's amenities are to where people live. Ideally, compact city will keep key amenities within walking distance of people's homes. The next topic is happiness and social connection. Happiness in economics can be traced back to the commencement of utilitarian approach by philosopher Jeremy Bentham. And social connection is the relationship you have with the people around you. It usually involves the feeling of love, care for, and valued and form of the basis of interpersonal relationships. In order to understand human happiness, we must first know a person's utilities. Now, in order to understand a person's utilities, we can use Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This hierarchy shows that safety need and physiological needs is the basic needs that may already satisfy a person's utilities. Physiological and safety needs can be obtained from the income we earn, while the rest, such as psychological needs and self-fulfillment needs, require a person's effort in order to live in a happy life. For example, in psychological needs, the person may want to be in a relationship or to make friends with other people. In order to achieve that, a person need to make an effort, such as confess to their loved one or to request as their friend, to be their friend. Now we reach an important part, which is complexity and how it can be related with happiness and social connection. Before that, I want to quote from Mahatma Gandhi. The world has enough for everyone needs, but not enough for everyone greeds. This is to show that it is almost impossible to fulfill everyone's desire. And it also worth to note that a person's happiness may vary from a person to a person. A good compact city is a city where it prioritizes the residents' well-being and health, whether it be psychological or physiological, while also maintaining the city's sustainability. So, in order to achieve that, the compact city must contain a complete municipal system, good infrastructure, rich cultural resources, advanced highway network, and intercity rail networks. Transportation system also need to cover a wider area as to reach all of its citizens. Everyone should also be allowed to choose their own housing according to their preference as to increase their freedom of choice. Compact cities that are able to maintain their growth can be done by redeveloping their communities rather than develop of natural lands. As the compact city redevelop their communities, it also would be easier to build and create social connection. And an efficient transport and communities will lead to a relationship between friends and people that may fulfill their love needs and psychological needs. When the social connection is built, the self-actualization will be achieved as well. The person's effort in connecting themselves with the environment and surrounding communities itself is actually achieving their own full potential in self-fulfillment needs. Thank you for watching my presentation. I would also like to take this moment to share with you my experience as I came across a video from Japan which depict the zero waste town. By no means it's not a urban area, it's just a rural area. What amazed me that the food residue that we usually just throw in the trash bin, they throw the food residue at the pond, a fish pond at their house, and their fish pond is connected to the drainage, to the longkang outside. The food residue, the fish eat the food residue, and indirectly it actually clean the water, and the water is disalur kembali to the main drainage. For me, I think that is very efficient way, rather than we throw the food residue in the trash bin. Why not we can give it to animal that can eat it. I think that is amazing. That's all from me, and thank you again for watching my presentation.